smells of yours. It's so close, hardly can wait. Waking up on Christmas, children dreaming without a care. 'Tis the season most everywhere. So come home, there's no better place. Waking up on Christmas Day. Tinsel wrapped around the tree, snowflakes dancing in the street, presents tied up with a string for you and me. So grab your stocking above the fire. Bells are rocking to the choir. No, nothing else is the same. Waking up on Christmas Day.
Hello friends, I hope you're all doing well and having a good week. Lately I've been feeling a bit down. Usually around this time of year when the weather gets so cold and the days get so short all at once, I start to really struggle with my mental health, and one of the things that always makes me feel better is focusing on the holidays, and that's why I wanted to make a holiday bucket list today to celebrate all of the fun things I have to look forward to in my life, no matter how small, and I'm genuinely so excited to do every one of these. And one of the things on my list that always helps me get into the holiday spirit is reading cozy books. So I have a list of books that I'm so excited to pick up from my local bookstore today. And then this afternoon and this evening, I'm going to read as much as I can and try to get a jump start on my holiday and winter reading list. So if that sounds good to you, make yourself a cup of tea or maybe a nice hot chocolate, and let's get started. So my first stop today is my favorite bookstore. I'm going to go pick up some books that I have on my holiday reading list. just got back home and I'm so glad I stopped by World Market because I've been looking for a holiday mug for a really long time, and I found this one and I love it. It has a folk art illustration of Santa and some reindeer and woodland creatures on the side, and I just think it's so cute. I love folk art so much, so I was really excited to find this. And I also picked up a box of teas for the holidays from the Republic of Tea, and this has flavors like peppermint bark, comfort and joy black tea, and cinnamon vanilla rooibos tea. They all sound so delicious. And last but not least, I found this crescent moon embroidered velvet Christmas ornament, and I love it so much. For those of you who have been here for a while, you know how much I love anything celestial and anything with moons. And even though it's technically a Christmas ornament, I'm actually going to hang it either by my desk or somewhere in the house so that I can look at it year-round and not just at Christmas time. So moving along to books, the first book on my list is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. This is a historical fantasy novel set in medieval Russia, and it incorporates a lot of elements of Russian folklore. And I've been trying to learn more about folklore from different parts of the world, and books like these are such a great way for me to do that because it's a nice introduction into learning more about folklore of different cultures. So I'm really excited to read this book. However, I do want to mention that I've heard that there is a lot of graphic violence in this book, so make sure you look up any trigger warnings before you read it if you're interested. I will definitely keep you updated on what I think, but overall I'm just hoping I really enjoy it. It sounds like such an interesting story. Next on my list is another historical fantasy novel. This is The Gilded Wolves by Rashmi Chakshi. This book is set in the late 19th century in Paris, and it's about a group of outcasts who join together to steal a powerful artifact that can alter their lives for the better. And I've heard that the writing is really rich and descriptive, and that the characters are all really strong and interesting in this book, so this sounds like it will be a really fun read for the holidays. Next is Snow and Rose by Emily Winfield Martin, and the description says, Snow and Rose is a reimagining of the classic but little known fairy tale Snow White and Rose Red. Emily Winfield Martin has created a world that sits on the border of enchantment with characters who are grounded in real emotions that readers will recognize in themselves. The illustrations throughout are so beautiful, and I believe this book is considered a children's book or young adult literature, but I've heard people of all ages really love and highly recommend this book, so I'm really glad I'm finally reading it this winter. Next, I'm reading The Enchanted Sonata by Heather Dixon Walwork. This is a retelling of the Nutcracker Ballet, and I'm so excited to read it because when I was a kid I loved the Nutcracker and I read it every Christmas. It was probably one of my favorite Christmas books, and I even got to go and see the Nutcracker Ballet in person when I was a little girl, and I was so excited, and I still have so many fond memories of it. So the plot of this book is the main character, Clara Stahlbaum, has her whole life planned out for her. Her future is already set, and then all of that changes when she receives a mysterious and magical nutcracker. This book was actually recommended to me by a friend, and it sounds like there's some romance and whimsy, and it sounds right up my alley. And last on my list is Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. Winterwood is about a young witch named Nora who has always shared a special connection with the woods, and then she finds a lost boy named Oliver who is alive in the woods despite a massive snowstorm, and she tries to unravel the mystery of how he survived. And reviews said this book is a really atmospheric and dark read, which I think will be perfect for the winter season. So today I think I'm going to start with The Enchanted Sonata. This one sounds like kind of a light and fun read, which is exactly what I need right now. I've been in a little bit of a reading slump, so hopefully this pulls me out of it. So I'm gonna go change into some pajamas and get cozy and start my reading list. The Enchanted Sonata is so good so far. As I've been reading it, I feel like I am experiencing the same sense of childlike wonder and joy that I would feel reading my favorite holiday books as a child. And I love that the author has been able to capture that feeling and deliver it in a book that is geared more toward adults. So I highly recommend this book so far. And this gingerbread hot chocolate is so perfect for tonight because it's really cold outside and it's so comforting and warming and delicious. And I wanted to let you all know that I'm working on a holiday video series. I'm currently testing recipes and working on some crafts and activities to share with you all, and I'm so excited to spend the holiday season together. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Good night, friends.